Live from Main Street. What's today? January 21st, 2021. There's always one asshole in the room. So we just found him.
Go Islanders.
Who was that, Nick?
What's that? It's Islanders.
Anyway, we're here with, as usual, Garrett G Money, who's wearing my shirt because it don't fit me no more.
Represent.
Yeah. And Andrew, the Berman. And today we're joined by Adam Butter. You'll hold this card over here. From Engel Völkers. Is that correct, Adam?
Engel Völkers, yes.
Sir.
How are you today?
Worldwide real estate company.
Worldwide?
Yep.
You do Paris, France, and Germany?
Sure. Actually started in Germany. It's a German name.
How do you link up with these guys?
You know, my partners at the time, wanted.
All right.
We were looking for something that wasn't around here yet. You know, there's Century 21. There's this. There's that. Something new. And this also started in Europe, and then came to the United States. There's 900 plus offices around the world. Most of them are outside the U.S. So like nobody has that type of reach. I mean, it's kind of.
I send out pictures of any different Volco I've ever found. I was in Spain. I was in Italy.
Sure. Yeah.
I found a bunch of just throughout the country, and I always send it to
people who travel know Engel Völkers.
Don't they sell yachts?
You say you never heard of it?
Don't they sell yachts and
travel.
planes?
The yachting division,
Yeah,
there's an aviation division, commercial division, new development division.
So this is just
They're
a subdivision.
huge brand, huge around the world. And they started in the United States about 10 years ago, and I opened my company 6 years ago in Long Beach, which is great.
You're a broker owner.
The broker owner, yep. Because we felt that, when people around the world, you talk to people about New York City, you talk about the beach, the first thing that comes to mind is the Hamptons, Montauk. No one knows Long Beach even exists. So I felt it was a great opportunity for people around the world to see, like, I could put you on the beach, same view, beautiful beach, luxury condo, and you're under an hour from New York City. Yeah. So that's one of the main reasons. That's our niche. That's why we did that. And we get a lot of business from our Manhattan office. During COVID was a big pipeline of business coming in from the city. And 6 years now. So
what got you into real estate? What led you to down the path of real estate?
Well, there's a few stepping stones. Really what got me into real estate was I was buying houses years ago, multifamily houses. A lot of them I still have today. But I was bartending at the same time. I was that bartending real estate guy.
So you use your illegal cash income to buy houses.
I have legal partners.
Okay. That's all that matters.
Yep.
So, but you were in the military, weren't you, before all this stuff?
Yeah.
So,
actually, the order was college, the Army. I went to ROTC in college. Got my commission, became an officer, became a lieutenant. Stationed in Germany, of all places, for 3 years straight. And then I got involved with a German company. And then after Germany, I started grad school and started bartending to get to grad school, but I was having more fun bartending, so I gave up grad school.
Naturally.
I mean, you got to do it. You got to just be happy in life. And during bartending, I started buying houses, and I used to have a Remax office that came into my bar where I worked. And they were like, why don't you just get your license and find your own deals? And, you got the personality for it, yada, yada, yada. I was kind of in sales. I did advertising for a while at the Pratt. I mean, there's a lot of other little stepping stones in there too. But the real estate started with, why not? I'll get my license, see where it goes. I'm still going to buy houses. And then it just started growing. That's 20 years now, believe it or not, that I got my license. So, it started small and then it just kept growing. I was like, all right, I'm getting it. I'll stay with it. And now 20 years later, I have my own company. And
So I'm assuming
I don't shine shoes anymore.
I'm assuming the male stripping didn't work out.
No.
Okay.
This is our first
But you're
guest.
still young, man.
This is our first guest on the show, other than the interview we did with Berman. You realize this? You're our first official 3 Men in a Wheelchair podcast guest.
See,
How does that make you feel?
You're gonna mark
You're
this
the first.
episode 1, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then years from now,
this
like Joe Rogan,
Exactly.
we have episode 4,609.
Let's
Let's just go back to episode 1 and see who that guy was with
You know something? You're the first guest also that has brought us something.
Yep. Well, I'm the first guest that does anything.
We got
Exactly.
a maple cast bourbon whiskey with Vermont maple syrup, and it's delicious.
Yep. It's product placement. Starbucks.
Killington Distillery. I'm assuming you got this when you went
This
to
is
kid.
the best.
Free
The best
advertising.
we've
Game
gotten
of
so
Thrones.
far.
Game of Thrones, where they left the Starbucks on the table.
Exactly. Yeah, they got $1 million for it.
Yeah.
Just leave it
So-
on the table.
There is a little
Yeah.
splash of more than a splash.
So thank you.
Bourbon.
Appreciate this because this is delicious.
Well, gentlemen, it is ice cold out there, and this is from Killington, and this warmed me up in Killington. It's maple infused bourbon, and it's happy hour, so I figured,
It is. And listen, you're welcome back
It's-
anytime.
it's like a
You
perfect
can
storm.
really have that.
I'll just drop off the bourbon. And leave.
So Adam, what was the point actually, or was there a point where you were just like, all right, this is my business, like where you felt actually connected to real estate, where you found a passion for it, you're like, forget actually whatever else I was planning on doing in my life.
Well, I wouldn't say I would forget everything else I'm doing in my life. I mean, I still own properties, and I'm a landlord. I'm still looking for more properties, but I guess that is part of real estate.
Yeah.
Slumlord, go ahead.
I guess I kind of. It wasn't like I just showed. I guess maybe real estate chose me. I don't know. I just,
Real
thought it was
estate
a
chose
good-
you. Yeah, no. I'll say, Adam, buy me, Adam, buy me.
I
Stop
didn't
it.
really,
Stop
say
it.
I want to be in real estate. I just
No,
figured
stop it.
it's-
You made money, times were good, things happen, bro. I do financial planning. Real estate was a big part of my business last year. It just when it's hot, it's hot. Right
Well,
now,
he's talking 20 years.
It's
ago,
hot.
last year, right?
well, 20. Well, listen, in the last 10 years, for Christ's sakes, when the Fed's at 0% rates, real estate was right now. I tell everybody, if you can't make money now, you'll never make money in this business.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean,
Dude, if you can't make money now,
because it's very saturated, and you really got to hustle more than you did before.
Okay.
I think another 10,000 people got licensed.
well, again, the end result is the same. Everybody knows somebody. Right now, everybody's a pot grower. Everybody's a house flipper. Everybody's in construction. Everybody's in everything right now.
Yeah.
They jumping where it's hot.
Crypto experts.
They're all, yeah, not today, not down $4,000 today. Where's Johnny Bitcoin? Right.
Buy him tissues.
Yeah, well, I think that was a special guest.
Looking for a potato chip
You know,
route.
when I told him to sell it
Sorry.
back when it was 52, no, I told him, now it's like 30 something.
So
30. Oh,
30,
yeah.
38, selling $4,000.
yeah, don't look at your phone.
Which, well, actually, I just bought some more. That means
That's
I
great.
just.
Good job.
So-
Goodbye
so Adam.
house, goodbye car.
So you obviously mastered the business. You became a broker on it. How does it work now that you're bringing in young people? I know you said it's a saturated market, but what do you tell to somebody that's getting right into real estate right now? How do you
Don't do it.
Oh, he didn't say marriage, he said real estate.
Well, if I had a choice, I'd go with real estate. But
So just explain just how does the process work being the broker now? 'Cause-
it's a good question.
Yeah.
Because when I first started, I wasn't really leaning towards taking in new people because it's a lot of work for new people. They don't know anything. I spent a lot of time with them. But now that it's been so saturated, and like I said before, maybe another 10,000 people in the area got licensed, something like that. The MLS membership went up like 10,000.
a lot of people.
I'm starting to come up with little, I don't know what I should call them. I think in the Army, we used to call them finger drills.
Finger drills?
Yeah,
What was her name?
finger drills.
Like smell like something else.
Little training
The beginning.
sessions of little things you could teach them just to move them along. When something happens, do this. When something happens, do that. So I'm just coming up with ways to, here's a way to get all your documents, your disclosure signed right away. Here's a way to start sending your client these leads. Here's a way to, to set up your appointment, just like automating it.
Do you
for
throw
them.
like 10 push-ups in between? Do you, like,
Couple
little calisthenics?
There you go, bro.
I'm really not that disciplined anymore.
Look, here's the
I'd
problem.
rather work on my personality.
Listen, no, but here's the problem: is that I see everybody's a house flipper, everybody does everything. Now everybody's a realtor. The problem is adding 10,000 to where there's only a 200,000
Right.
house pool out there now limits, and you have to work harder to grab the food out there. So now you have to, basically work for your money as a realtor a little bit because you gotta, and now the rates are going up. They'll be normalcy again. You're asking 600, take 580, not 650. It doesn't appraise, and then you're running around and you get your head cut off. It's dumb as shit. So when you add 10,000 to a pool where the inventory is slim pickings as it is out there, it's the lowest level. Who knows how long they tell us on TV? Who knows what the real story is? But I know it's tough out there.
Well, it's the way I'm looking at it, and I'm learning as I go. We're always learning.
Well, fear no more. I know it all. So
Okay.
if you want to know it all,
Yeah.
nobody's perfect, but I'm the closest thing to it.
Yeah, if I can't finish my thought, I forget it because I'm getting old.
All right, there you go. Yo, old. My friend, you look younger than me. I'm 85 in handicap years.
The curious
Is
case of
is that like dog years?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the conversion rate?
It's a high conversion rate.
Yeah.
But yes, let's focus on the guest. So go ahead, Adam. Finish your thought.
It's
not a going problem, it's a growing problem.
Now, where was I? Now, I'm trying to focus more on not necessarily trying to get the people who are going to succeed. I love to get those people, but you just don't know. There's so many people. I'm trying to focus on just how I can automate it or create finger drills for people. Automate it so
You can
people,
tell who got who.
so I don't have to spend as much time with people. And then if they succeed, they succeed.
Time
You know?
management is the biggest thing in the world.
You know, if I don't want to spend like all my time with someone, they say, you know what, Adam, this is not for me, and I
Yeah.
spend, countless hours. Now I'm a working broker. I'm out selling houses. I make most of my money by selling houses. Not really what comes to my company.
Yeah.
So I got to be out there, selling.
Yeah, hustle.
But if I'm not out there selling and I'm training these people and they wind up either not making it, they quit, they just don't want to be in real estate, they find a different career, they find another job. Or they just say, I just want to go somewhere else. I'm getting a bigger split. That's a problem too, because once you get good enough where you think you can handle it, you don't need me to help you.
Well, they have Home Smart. They have other places that go pay 100%, but they don't realize that you pay the average ticket's like 10 grand, give or take the average broker out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but they pay Home Smart or EXP, whatever it is, $800 a transaction. So that makes it 92%. Now there's payroll tax. If you take it salary, if you don't take a salary, it's self-employed money. You still wash it down, but they don't realize that it comes out to the same 70% split or 70% split you get from somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
And,
Plus,
then you get no mentor.
And by the way,
Then you get actually no one actually giving you
not
advice.
just that, but listen, most of the places
some
out
people say I
there,
don't need it anymore, and all of a sudden they need it.
yeah, they all. It's like if you teach somebody
But
to
you also
landscape.
you give them a better split. If you're just going to come to my office, pick up a check and drop off a check, I'll give you a great split.
Exactly.
I don't need to spend that much time.
Exactly.
If I make a little bit off your deal, I'm okay with that. But you got to get to that point.
4 quarters equals $1. I told you that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to be at that point where it's
Some
now-
people they think they're at that point prematurely, and I'm like, you can't even fill out your disclosures. You need my help with everything.
But a lot of people, like you said, are getting licensed now. Just it's the thing.
Yeah,
Real estate's hot.
I have a really important question, and this is something that a lot of young brokers and people thinking about getting into it is going to be valuable. You didn't just master real estate. You're tremendously successful. You're one of the largest brokers in Long Beach, which the real estate market is out of control. And you do, I know you work everywhere, but your home
Spread
base
the
is
butter
Long Beach.
everywhere.
There's a lot of bread to butter.
What'd you say? You gotta, what you said?
He wants to butter your bread. He
Bread
said.
to
Bread the butter, yeah.
Time to bread it. Or butter it. No, so what did you do differently, in the last 20 years to get the success that maybe 5-10% of licensed brokers or agents are experiencing in their entire career?
In a highly competitive market.
Right, you've obviously
Yeah.
you've done something that, or you've differentiated yourself in a way. I think I know the answer because I've seen it, but I want to hear you.
I know the answer.
You do? Well,
Yeah.
You save it.
You know what?
You save that answer.
Well,
Nobody asked me that question. What makes me successful?
Hold on.
No one
Hold on. Read your cheat sheet.
When we do
that I
3
gave.
minutes, when we do 3 minutes of butter, then you could be the
Yeah,
guest.
seriously. Well, I had one question. You can answer very easily. How come I never close one of your loans? Pretty simple.
I'll tell you
Pretty
what.
easy.
I get that. Which question you want me to answer first?
Can you answer
Mine first.
Because I
Yeah.
answer that question all the time.
No, hit him. Go. Hit him hard, and then.
Because-
Uh,
That's gonna be easy.
yeah.
It better be blood related. Go ahead. Is it blood related?
Well, as Garrett knows, I know a lot of people. I have a lot of friends that do mortgages. I mean, 20, 30 friends. A lot of them are very good friends. Who I still hang out with today. We go out.
Yeah, but there's a difference. I'm not your friend,
I know.
so that makes it
Right.
easier.
Now,
To
there's
yell at
also
me.
guys that give me work too, give me listings. So I gotta feed those guys first.
Absolutely.
I feel
Yeah,
like you're
I'm
sort
at
of
the
answering
point-
my question now with answering his question.
Well, he said answer mine
This is
first.
excellent.
I know, but I know.
But this is
You're answering
leading
both
into
questions.
both.
Yeah,
But here's what I'm saying.
It sounds like you're
Is
saying
that-
loyalty and relationships got you to where you're
No,
at.
well, it's
No, what I'm
that.
saying is that I understand the
Nobody
give
cares
the
what you
give and
say.
take relationship. I do it probably 5, 6 realtors, 7 realtors,
Right.
you know, all over the place. And I'm not their bread and butter.
Is this in Cary?
Carrie Goldinger. I'm not their bread and
He was
butter.
Gary.
Oh,
Yeah.
Carrie, please. Carrie Goldinger, please. Anyway, the point is,
Like, I don't really go to people and say,
I don't-
why don't you give me deals?
I don't
You know,
listen-
just like,
I
if you
don't-
want to give it to me,
I don't-
here's
I
that.
don't do that. But understand this: if again, I met you that one time at the
He doesn't do it, but he just did.
I didn't have your card. Now I have your card. So now, you know, again, I'm not going to send you out to Ronkonkoma or to fucking Brooklyn.
I'm all over the place.
I'm just saying. But if you want to drive, that's fine. You say, Scott, look, I'll take it no matter where it is. It's got to be worth it. I usually have realtors in different locations because I like locality.
I'm not saying that's the only way to get my business. I'm just saying that's one of the ways.
I want your insurance
I'm
business.
kind of loyal. I'm very
Yeah.
loyal to the people I use. Me too. I'm loyal to
He
Garrett.
wants your insurance business.
Yeah.
Garrett gets all my insurance business.
You see, that's playing favorites.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead to answer his question.
I think to answer your question, I mean, I don't think I'm as successful as you're saying I am, but you know, I
Excuse
do
me.
okay.
Do not ruin what I think about you.
I do okay.
What
But I
And
will
the
say
image
that,
that I built up over the last decade. Please do not
Oh,
bust
is
my
that-
bubble.
He's having a bromance right now. Dude. You're brony it, butter. Dude.
No, you know what?
see, now I got to check the phone, check out my clients. That's
No,
important.
in all reality, when I got into the business, I came to Long Beach. I didn't really know a lot of people. Adam took me under his wing. We went out. I met the entire city because of this guy. So I watched him
Oh,
and I learned
stop.
how he built his business, and then I used that model. And that was like truthfully, I know exactly how he did it.
And then he
I
stopped
saw it.
hanging out with me when he realized it may jeopardize his
Exactly.
marriage.
Like you said before. Like you said before. You know, you talk-
That is so not true.
You have a lot of fans. You have a lot of actually people that actually are like, you know, butter advocates.
Who's that one
So,
lady in Long Beach that's famous?
Joyce Claudie?
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
she's
great.
great.
We're friendly.
Yeah, she's all over the place.
She's been doing it
man.
longer than I have, yeah. But anyway, I think if you want me to answer your question,
I
is
do,
that
yeah.
I really think the Army had a lot to do with it, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I only did the Army for 3 years. I didn't do it for 20 years where you become very regimented. I did it enough to learn a work ethic. So it's like, for me, it's like mission accomplishment is priority number one with anyone. I'm always there. I always get back to people right away. I always try to work above, you know, I enjoy working, you know, go above and beyond for people. I think people appreciate that. You got to learn your craft and you got to put the people first and the money second. I do so much stuff without even taking money sometimes from people because I feel I have to.
It's called pro bono. Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome to the world.
So I mean, like part of it's preparation, like right, the 7 Ps, right? Like, yeah, and so you're better prepared.
Big
You
12
know,
steps.
when it comes to that.
This is
Like,
a
when
bad
it- when
example.
It's a service industry. You really have to prove your worth.
Yeah.
And I try to prove my worth for people. I don't really like to cheat the system. I don't really like to I want people to say good things about me.
Over promise and
not
underperform.
only the clients and customers, but the other agents too. Like I try to treat them right
Yeah.
in a deal. I don't have to, you know, in some
They can
ways.
make or break a sale.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
important.
I've really, you know, I've looked out for other agents. So I don't think anyone could really, I shouldn't say that. I mean, if anyone could say anything really bad about me.
Oh, I've heard some bad stuff.
Yeah,
That's all right.
maybe. But I've always tried to do the right thing by people. It's not about money with me. It's about providing quality service.
Oh, what? Let's say UNICEF on your door? Let's say UNICEF on your door?
Yeah.
On your forehead? Really? Come on, bro. We're in for the money.
Where do
You
you
know
think?
what?
Where do you think that money could
Like we said, clients first, money second. This is why we're not.
Clients first, money
This is
second.
why we're sitting in the back of my office doing this podcast. Instead
Sometimes
of like Joe Rogan's place.
Look, I'm gonna give you guys a really, really good example that I like to tell people sometimes. A buddy of mine, he's a real estate attorney in Manhattan, really good guy. I was in his wedding. He gave me a Long Island deal. He was giving me Long Island stuff. He gave me this really small house to sell out in Suffolk. I might have told you this story at some point. And I didn't know it was a famous. They do a lot of Hollywood. This firm, so I didn't know it was a famous director. Actually, she did a lot of big movies. And she bought that house just for an independent film, and she was selling it. So she's taking me around the house, and there's a little drip in the faucet. She goes, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I go, don't worry, I'll take care of that for you. Went to Home Depot, got some springs, and I could do that. So springs, I could, fix it. She calls up this big law firm in Manhattan and goes, Adam Butter is the best real estate agent I've ever seen. I didn't sell the house. I didn't even get the listing yet. And my friend goes, what'd you do? I go, nothing. I just fixed the faucet. I just felt it was the right thing to do. Just go do it. And then after that, the partner called me up, asked me to sell his house in Merritt, and then my buddy called me up and said we have a house on Dune Road in Quogue, oceanfront,
Remember that?
that we want to sell. That was actually 2009.
Oh, so that's not the house.
Yeah, 2009, and we sold it for $7 million back then. Oceanfront. I mean, that's Hamptons, oceanfront. $7 million. I saw the place once, and this guy came, bought it all cash, and 30 days later, I just picked up a huge check. No questions asked, no nothing. So just for fixing that little leaky faucet, I picked up a check. I don't want to say for how much, but off a $7 million deal, 30 days. It was so. It pays off.
It's 140 grand, bro.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
If
He
it's
doesn't have to say.
2%,
And back then it was 3%.
but it depends if I had someone else in the deal.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, since we're talking about big sales, just give you a little accolade. Is it true you sold the highest price listing
house
in Long Beach?
Yeah, listed and sold the highest price house.
Yeah, one of my
ever sold.
clients.
Never sold the one.
Give us some
You
numbers.
got the deal on that.
I
Right?
think get the deal.
What can you share actually publicly on that?
It's sold.
It's public.
How big is 5 million?
5 million.
There's a
Largest.
on the ocean, a single family.
4.825
Sick house.
Wow.
on the ocean, Long Beach. Yep,
The house is
listed and sold.
it was a wild
Not
house.
even a year ago.
So
February.
how did you get that client? Like how did that come about?
I worked them for a year, and
Like, go from the beginning. How do you find that guy?
they're just people that I knew. I knew the builder. I stayed in touch with him. They built it in 2009. He hooked me up with the owner. Stayed in touch with him. I knew what he was looking for. We went back and forth other times. He was considering other offices. We have a huge office in Manhattan. I brought him to that office. We brought him in there. We sat with him. We brought the Manhattan office in on it too, because a house like that, this is part of Engel Völkers. We have this type of network, and he agreed to list it with us. He was I guess he was impressed, and the rest is history. Now
No, it's one of the most amazing
Sick
properties in
house,
Long Beach. Yeah. You push a button, the entire back opens up.
it's a
Retractable,
3-ton
almost like a
airplane,
garage door.
airplane hangar door.
Yeah,
It's $100,000 commission.
it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
3-ton airplane hangar that opens up, and your living room becomes the beach with like 20-foot ceilings, and really a sick house. Really, a very, very unique house, and the new owners love it too. They bought it as a second home, summer home.
That's nice.
So is there a part of your job that you get like more satisfaction than anything else? Is it like, so is it helping someone out that's buying their first home? Is it doing it the large record-breaking transactions? Is it networking? Is there a piece of this business that excites you more than anything else?
I don't know if I'd say there's a piece that excites me more. I mean, there's some things that don't excite me, but it's the satisfaction. When people are happy at the end of the day and they get what they want, and it's because of my efforts, that does make me feel good about it. I can be there for people. I'm also there for them in other ways too. I've had people that call me and they ask me questions and they need something, an insurance guy, they need this, they need that. I recommend to people, and they want to maybe list their house with someone else or buying a house with someone else. I still congratulate them. I don't sit back and be like, I can't stand when real estate agents call up like one of my clients, which they shouldn't do, and say, "Why'd you list without a butter?" At this point, they listed with me. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
All you do is making yourself look stupid.
Yeah.
They listed with me. It happens to me all the time. It happens to you. It happens to everybody. Just keep going. You got to keep going forward in this business. You can't look back. You can't.
It's a good mentality.
Deals are gonna die. They
Can't get them all, bro.
right. Exactly.
Yeah. So I have a buddy of mine who's kind of like a mentor, in business. Actually, he used to. He was in real estate. He used to
It's your boyfriend. Go ahead.
Yeah, my boyfriend. Yeah.
Tormentor.
So he says actually it's better to co-broke than go broke, and just finding actually opportunities to work with people, because something, the person actually who shows that they're bitter against actually losing the deal, actually you never want to work with that person. They never want to do anything with that person.
But
But
they
the
worry
other
about
person,
themselves.
Yeah.
Instead of you, the client.
it's evident that you care, and that's why
Especially
you're successful.
when you get a buyer, you get your own buyer on a listing, but the other agent's buyer might be a better buyer, but you try to squeeze your buyer in there because you get twice the commission. That just drives me nuts. Go with the better deal.
It's called American greed, bro.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It is.
It is.
And,
Dude, you can't.
like Gordon Gekko was wrong. Greed is not good.
Yeah. It's
The money never sleeps.
Listen, I can't change greed. There's always going to be greed. Very greedy people are the richest people in the world, but I guess I'm not going to be one of the richest people. I'd just rather be me.
Or happy.
Well, you know something? I don't know about that. I feel like today actually, it's more about caring. I mean, listen, you know, in the mortgage business, Karen. But like, I mean, just think about
Karen's
it.
thinking
Karen's
about
thinking- in the mortgage business, like, you know, like we have
I feel bad for Karen.
the CFPB
Actually,
now actually regulates, you know, like customer experience. Like it's all
trying
about
to regulate.
actually,
Look,
it's all about caring about actually
Anywhere,
the
any
customer.
business.
the problem
Any
is,
business.
the problem is you can't make everybody happy,
Restaurant business.
no matter what you do.
Any
And
business.
it's like a client. You show them 5 houses, nothing happens. Me, I'll spend an hour educating the client what to do, what type of loan to get. They take the information, go to their guy. Look, don't call them up and say, "What the hell are you doing wrong?" Take care, brush your hand.
Yeah.
Some will, some won't. So
if you
what?
call me back, I'll charge you twice. Make me work twice.
Yeah.
But I gave the first speech. You can do whatever you want. I mean, it happens. You can't make everybody happy, bro.
Anytime you're dealing with
Never
people, you should always, put their needs first. It's just, why not?
Especially now. If you don't do it now, they blast you on social media.
Yeah, it's true.
This guy gave me, dude.
This is why actually the new model is not being profit focused, it's being customer focused, being client focused, showing that you care. I know you care about your
Yeah,
customers.
but sometimes
I know you listen, we just had actually a call. Garrett actually just had a call actually where basically said actually to the person doing them a complete favor, just going out of his way for that client for no other reason besides to try to help them. You know, like and it's this is the new way of doing business. Is actually and the most profitable way of doing business is actually caring, giving actually hands down, and that's
Actually, at the end of the day, you're going to make out because they're going to prefer to use you again and recommend you again for those very
You know what though? And if they
reasons.
don't, sometimes you just got to be a person. You just got to do the right thing.
Yeah.
This was an 80-year-old woman. I took adjusting claim. She got a huge deductible. She had a flood in her basement in Atlantic Beach. She's not getting a lot of money. I got her paid. I said, I don't want to get paid. I don't need $1. I just did it. I did it pro bono. I said, don't. And she's fighting with me on the phone that she wants to pay me.
I know.
She was,
Stop.
she uses the house. First of all, she uses the house phone. I'm not going to send her an invoice. She'll never figure out how to pay me. So I'm not getting.
She's
paid.
not Venmoing.
No,
Whoa.
There goes the camera.
Dude, this is why
It's starting to get crazy in here.
donate now. Donate now.
We need to
In the
upgrade the
chair.
studio.
All right, Kickstarter
Our studio
campaign.
is
Casual
so hard.
Friday happy
Go
hour.
re-
We have
Go
alcohol.
fund Fessler.
Yeah,
That's-
are we doing
Yeah.
NFTs?
We need to go fund
We
me.
should put out some NFTs. Some 3 men in a wheelchair.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's.
Dude,
We
make it.
can sell
You can make it a
pieces of your real
cryptocurrency.
estate.
That's not
of
a-
your wheelchair for
Yeah,
an
yeah,
NFT.
can
virtual real estate.
We can make it a cryptocurrency.
You can sit on Fessler's shoulder. You can sit on his armrest.
Yeah,
you
dude.
can, this is.
Listen, don't laugh. In 5 years from now,
I'm not laughing.
every.
This is for Ethereum.
Oh my God,
Ethereum.
it's to Ethereum.
You know, that chair we actually were trying not to use. I just realized that was a brilliant.
Believe it or not, within 5 years, you'll be having like meetings in the metaverse, like actual like.
We were just talking about this last night.
It won't
So,
cost
you
you an
know,
arm and a leg anymore.
I can't do this
Oh.
today.
Listen,
But,
this is armless. It's really
Yeah,
armless.
exactly. That's why you buy Facebook, bro. Get the metaverse.
Yeah, I got Facebook for years.
Yeah, it's getting
Everybody
killed
made
now.
fun
But
of me.
I got another good question for you.
it's getting killed now.
Can you give us one of the craziest stories that you have being a real estate agent or broker?
Ooh, being in Long Beach, this might get a little juicy.
I don't even know if it's a Long Beach thing, but I just know that you have to have seen
All right,
some
well,
crazy stuff.
stop right there. There's a kid show. I don't need to be. All right. So anyway, let me tell you this joke. Let me tell you a joke. What do you tell them about your
All right.
thing?
Jen,
Only because it makes sense. My friend Charlie comes here yesterday, and he has a shirt on with Trump and this and that. And he went to the Stop and Shop, and the lady said to him, she goes, you have a mask? He's like, no. She's like, do you want a mask? He's like, no. She's like, you know, it's a New York State mandate to put one on. He goes, you know what a mandate is? He goes, it's 2 men going on a date. That's a mandate. So then she runs over to the loudspeaker. She's like, let everybody know it's a New York State mandate to wear a mask. And it just embarrassed my boy. You know, when he told him, he said what the mandate was, I looked at him like, you just looked at me. I was like, 2 men going on a date. I was like, he goes, all of a sudden, like, 2 men going on a date, a mandate. That's great. Just reminded me of this story.
this interruption was brought to you by Scott Fessler. Thank you so much.
Your pictures of Scott Fessler, not a 3 men in a wheelchair. It's not a growing problem, it's a going problem.
So,
But I thought that was pretty funny.
well, Butter takes his two.
Butter is taking a
So back to the
a urine
metaverse.
break.
We were having a whole back and forth last night about the NFTs and all this stuff, and it's giving us a headache.
So I mean, because you're seeing
NFTs, I don't understand the NFT. Is all I know about it
You
is
know what?
that
We're gonna bring you an NFT
it's
specialist.
a digital picture on your phone.
it could be digital
Oh,
picture.
like
non-fungible
Snoop
token.
Doggy Dogg bought a virtual graveyard, and some guy spent $400,000.
Yeah, but hold on.
to live next to
Hold on.
him.
A lot of it's money laundering. A lot of it's transactions. They're using the NFTs to build up the price of an NFT through an illegal transaction. So you can't discredit
Listen,
a lot of that.
somebody spent $400,000
Okay.
on a piece of land in the computer he'll never live in.
Okay, but how do you know that wasn't a black market transaction? And they just bought that land. That land was paid for, but there was really product behind the transaction. You can't prove that.
No, it's very hard to prove.
You know what I'm saying? So what they do is, and this is true. This is a big scam. So they'll buy an NFT, whatever it is. It could be this card. I'm selling Andrew whatever illegally. He buys this in crypto, right? So now this was just bought for $400,000, but I really gave him something else on the side because that was a transaction.
No, I get that.
But
That
then
was
someone
like,
goes, "I'm going to pay $450 for that."
was
And then
that
they're making
the,
money on the illegal transaction because they just
yeah,
put
but wasn't
value
that
on
the
that.
same thing as a rumor of like Zillow buying houses in certain areas, bidding up the price, or
They got out of that business.
They got out of it because they got caught.
Yeah, they
It's
got.
like
I mean,
buying
yeah,
houses,
it's sort of the
bidding
same
up-
thing, except
bidding up the house prices.
these are probably drug
in the
transactions.
business.
You know, and all of a
They're
sudden
not
someone
using the
sees that
brokers.
Oh,
You
They're
know,
taking our money.
it's
to
black
do this.
market
Yes.
transactions.
And
Wow.
buying houses to inflate the houses around the area. This way they're moving houses.
Dude, that's the oldest scam in the book. It's like you put something on eBay and all your friends bid on, bid it up. I mean, that model has been going.
That's exactly.
forever.
Yeah, but the point is that if your friend bids up too much,
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like people are so people like Gary Vee takes actually a felt tip marker and draws on a piece of paper like a little character, and he goes out there and and people are buying it. People are spending thousands and thousands of dollars to own this little character that Gary made. And if you want to attend the V Friends conference, you have to spend thousands of dollars so you can actually buy this piece of imagery that Gary made. And people are saying
The imagery's not going to be worth anything.
it's not listen, it's
won't be.
the same thing in real estate. It's worth what the next buyer is going to pay.
yeah,
No, it's not, because you're talking about tangible and non-tangible assets.
it may not be worth it, but it's worth
So
it.
you can't even don't even put that on the real estate
Yeah, but
perspective.
it's-
I will hit you.
it's-
I'll hit you with this
Listen,
right
it's-
now.
It's
Don't even.
tulips. It is tulips.
We
It
promised not to do this.
Yeah,
And
it's
now we're doing it.
yeah, good.
How could you not? Listen, we're
but
seeing
We
actually.
agreed not to do this.
We're
What's that,
seeing
playing
actually
tulips on
ridiculous-
this, you say?
What's that?
Playing tulips on this?
Did you guys hear that Gene Simmons from Kiss took a piece of chewing gum, chewed it up on the air? I forget where he was, and took the piece, put it on eBay, and got like $240,000 for it.
I'm not surprised at all.
For a
Kiss
piece of gum,
memorabilia?
it cost you like
No, it was Kiss.
A dollar.
It was ABC Kiss Go.
it was just gum that this guy chewed. And
Yeah.
So hey, you know what? I think I need $250 to go buy a new car. Let me just chew gum. And that's the
I
American
can see
public.
that.
Or wherever. That's,
With
that's
Gene
the public.
Simmons,
Yeah, but you know what? At least somebody has the gum and they can chew
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah.
With Gary V's little thing, what are you gonna do?
I'll tell you what,
And it's not Ace Frehley's gum, at least.
outside of this last week in the market, I can tell you right now, there was so much money out there. It's retarded.
Yeah.
Between what the government pumped in this PPP money, they pumped in billions and trillions of dollars. The market was going straight up in the slingshot. There was so much money being created to these kids with Dogecoin and this coin and the meme stocks and this and that. There's so much money out there that, what people don't realize is that, look at Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, these guys are getting older. Their millions in wealth is going to pass to their kids.
Yeah.
The torch is going to change.
Yeah, but hold on. Shaquille, do you know what he says to his kids? I'm rich. You're not. That's like his,
really?
that's his big thing.
Yeah.
That's his big thing.
Shaquille O'Neal's
It's,
the man.
hey, dude, it's hilarious. He's all about
Oh my goodness.
I
I'm
love
rich.
Shaquille O'Neal. That's right. That's right.
it. He's
Look, but all this money,
it's the
like
right
Paris
thing.
Hilton and this one, you name all the kids that are coming down the line. They're all going to have this wealth of billions of dollars, dude. Billions of dollars in these kids' hands. And it's just, there's so much money out there that the change of power is going to shift in about 5 or 10 years, especially with Congress. And look, they're all what 70, 75. And shit, they're going to drop dead soon. In Christ. But you know what? Nobody cares about the market. I would talk to Adam, but Adam's too busy on his phone, as you see on the camera.
I gotta be there for my clients.
Yeah, he cares.
Well, let me phrase that for his client that he has. He was in the movie Jerry Maguire, by the way. Show me the money. That's his client.
Listen, so
But yeah, but that's, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of money out there between the PPP
So
and,
sensitive.
and the EIDL. It's so sensitive, Scott. You know what? I'm in a wheelchair, man, right? My name's not butter. It's cream cheese.
You play your cards right. You play your cards right, I can make it butter.
Exactly. Just cross that right, Scott. Butter.
butter
I can,
financial.
we may be opening up the
Exactly.
book soon.
Exactly.
I can get you your button. Bring you in.
All right.
It's definitely, what do you have for dinner tonight? Anything good?
Am I having a dinner tonight?
Your wife don't cook?
It's not
She knows-
tonight. Not tonight.
She knows my wife.
We're going actually.
No.
We're going to have some wine.
My wife said, yo,
Oceanside wine.
I asked my
spot
wife,
tonight.
what's
Oceanside
the dinner?
Winery.
Yeah, there's an Oceanside winery.
Yeah, you hear that?
Oceanside has
Isn't it?
all of a sudden
Yeah.
become a hot spot of craft alcoholic beverages.
Where's your winery? I know
Lawson Boulevard.
On Lawson
I
Boulevard,
haven't been.
which is right across from the Long Beach Brewery,
Train
which is
station?
right around the block from South Shore Brewery, which is right around the block from
Long Beach are my clients.
which one?
Is that Evan?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's Barrier.
Oh,
Oh,
very
yeah,
good.
that's right. Yeah, Barrier.
But her-
Barrier's amazing.
What's your brother?
I didn't
My
like it.
brother was a dealer
Barrier
there,
opened me up to
but I
beer.
do write the insurance.
So
I
your
didn't
wife,
realize I'm the I'm an official insurance guy of
yo,
Evan was my
beer.
tenant one
Yeah.
time.
so
That's
your
great.
so your
Really?
wife,
Upstairs
my
in my
wife.
house, actually.
she don't cook on any that ends in a Y?
Don't look like it.
Fortunately, not listen. No, my wife
Someone
cooks.
feed
She
him.
does.
Me now.
She cooks.
Yeah.
She does actually. I gotta say, like even
It's true.
today for lunch, she was cooking me. She was ready to cook like a fish actually lunch for me. So
That's why she told me fish.
yeah.
What do you have for dinner tonight, Adam? You going out to dinner? I heard you
That's
your
it.
boyfriend
Trail
before.
mix, trail mix.
You talk with your boyfriend about going to dinner.
I'm going to LB Social. I'm excited.
Oh, you going with him?
So good.
I'm gonna crash this party.
Are you going? Where are you going?
I'll probably stop at Pearl.
Oh, bro. Yeah, we're gonna go to LB. I've been there in a while.
Didn't Pearl sell?
Recently, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the business, not the building. The
No,
owner,
the business.
the owner still owns the building that owned Pearl, that started.
Bald
Pearl.
guy.
This girl
Oh,
Kelly
oh,
purchased it. That
That's- yeah, we met
showed
him.
a place in.
You met
It's the
him.
bald
Front
guy.
lookout.
Yeah.
I was.
It's a great restaurant.
We
Right
actually
now,
me and
you
him
saw
went
your
to Pearl
wife?
Tuesday.
Go with Danielle. Yeah.
Guess I can go out tonight.
No, I'm going to. Oh yeah, I'm going to LB. He's going to Pearl. I was.
You should stop as well. It's a place where guys like me, single guys, just go and hang out. They're close to home. And it's free.
AKA the Blue Oyster. And on that note, we are definitely out of here. I want to thank Adam Butter. Adam, I want to thank you for coming by today.
I thought this was just a practice run.
It is a practice run. But that's why I still want to thank you
I
for stopping
I
by.
forgot to hit
You have any
record.
feedback? You're the first guest.
I mean, seriously.
You know, we treat
By the
you
way,
well.
you've been our best guest so far.
And that's the only reason.
Without a doubt.
That's the only reason we may ask you back. I guess. I mean,
He did bring a bottle of bourbon. I mean,
I mean,
Can you guys be our second guest because we can't find anybody else that wants to do it?
nobody wants to get abused for
Yeah.
25
Yeah.
minutes.
Adam,
We should hold actually this back actually until we start getting other guests.
no way.
Yeah, it's-
Adam, do me a
Yeah,
favor.
right? Don't release this
Put
video
this
until we
mask
get
on,
people
this
on.
hat, this hat,
Yeah.
this glass on.
I would tell somebody else.
Two.
The glasses, nose, and the mustache.
Exactly.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Bob.
Yeah.
I'm the second guest. I don't do anything. I
Wait,
was
the audience
walking
will be like, how was the guy last week?
He looks just like Adam Butter, but he's got a beard.
I was
he's
walking
got a
on the
hat.
street and I had no guest.
mustache.
Let's all have a
Yes,
toast
I'm ready.
before we cut it.
Yeah.
Because this is my version of a maple Irish coffee.
Is it really?
This is delicious, by the way.
No, it
really
isn't.
is.
I don't even
It's
drink, but
Frappuccino
yeah.
with
Dude, you
maple.
drink Long Island iced teas.
It's-
Yeah, but that's
Such a
Starbucks.
You don't even tell people. you drink.
No, I'm good.
You don't drink.
Don't, I don't drink this crap.
So-
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
See that?
to our first
Discrimination
and best
against the handicap.
It wouldn't be three men in a wheelchair if it wasn't.
Exactly. There you go. Now he wants to hold it. He feels bad. Nice.
Well, now it's 4 men.
Yeah, exactly. At least he can walk. And we're out of here, people. Till next time. Thank you, Adam Butter.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for being our only guest and the last guest.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, take it
I'll see you
in.
next week for the second one.
If I don't get a deal,
You
you
know
won't
what,
be
though?
back.
We 100% are bringing him back in disguise.